Yeah. Collaboration. Volta Masters. 1773. Just J. Wisdom O&E. DJ Moral One. All the way from Japan to Chicago and everywhere in between. Check it out. First opportunity, things got reversed and now you're pursuing me. If you can see the future and what lies in the forefront, you might see a future, but I don't see much more for us. Sort of a hard pill to swallow, but I'm following my feelings that I bottled in. So please stop your sobbing and sweating my technique and let me clear my mind out. With a little bit of space, we just might find out whether this time out will bring us back together, or when we say goodbye, these words are forever. But I'm really feeling like these sides should be severed. After the hardest on my chest, is that what you're trying to capture? What's the relationships between a slave and master? They might be hope for us, but I see it ending faster. Before we hit disaster and it falls apart, I think it's best to call it quits now before it starts. Part of me honestly wants to make it happen, but not to make any moves is the best action. Ourselves right at the start of this, and you know I ain't the one to want part of this. Busting and fighting, arguing back and forth, continuing on like this is something that we can't afford. Can't see the target that we're both aiming towards. The end result of this is something I'm not looking for. So let's try to reach a point of peace and end the confusion. It's probably for the best, cause we're sitting here losing. Something is not fusing.
Diamonds on the inside, rust on the template, liquor on the liver and some dust on the rib cage. Tripped out lies, look for where the fuse split. How many times must we go through the blueprints? You don't need any schematics for the layout. The lights often seems to assist you on your way out. Grab a flashlight, let's find the problem here. This is the last night, your heart won't be commandeered. If there's any piece of wisdom I can correlate, the business exists to dismiss your subordinates. If the object of the game is to fly away, I'll be in this position, never worried of the time of day. Compromising what the weather plans on dishing out. Precipitation compensates the feelings that are different now. On the borderline of catalog and manual, the analog emergencies are accurate and factual. Codependent on a carbon copy skeleton, open-ended arguments for born-again Americans. The precedence is built from family traditions. Finger-painted silhouettes that sadly depict us. This is the episode the critics never mention. Minuscule obscenities provoke viewer discretion, and I'm convinced that I'm well prepared to fix this modern-day catastrophe while watching from a distance. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all. It's a funeral procession for the cancers, a beautiful display of the starlit dancers. Deep in the belly of the beast on a binge, contemplating suicide with feelings on the fringe. The world is a dangerous contraption of semi-automatic lovers murdering their passion. In heaven is a sold-out concert with tickets being scalped by angels dressed as monsters. The feeding frenzy starts with a toast, directed to the family of the stay-at-home ghost. Every so often you can hear him speak about the laboratory where experiments sleep. False with the dialogue, modest with depression, honorably discharged, admired as a veteran. Regardless of anything you've heard, he's absolutely fascinated by your choice of words. And he is what lives in our shadows, a voice that we hear that communicates in vowels. Pressed to the window with an eye on discovery, destined to imitate a butterfly that's fluttering. Caught in the world when the changes emotions, cautious and permanently brain dead to to most things. I promise you that I can make a difference. Let me kill the animals that kidnap the princess. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all. I can be the sunset sky in the fall. I can write a song that makes the world's skin crawl. I can be the last human being that you call. I can be the future, baby, I can do it all.
Entire family murdered and tortured, raped and pillaged. I was only 5 and I was the only surviving witness. My entire village burned to the ground. He wore a serpent in his crown. Happily committed murder with a frown and an army of black hooded fiery skull generals and a sorcerer that could cast spells that'll change your genitals. Held me in slavery till I turned 18. Killed my slave master 5 years later, became king. And I slain dragons and ate steaks during famine. Had the seeds of war planted in a dirty tavern. Had the seeds of presidents killed in a burst of anger. And had their parents bleed to death on the floor of a dirty bathroom. I watched the palaces burn. I seen the ashes of my comrades return to their family in an urn. While a proud child remembers his father that died, the cycle continues with vengeance alive in his mind. War is my destiny. These orders unleashed. War is my destiny. Chaos. War is my destiny. I was an angel before a third of the stars fell. Cast with the stirring from Satan into the pit of hell. Our beloved leader forced to be a bottom feeder. The great deceiver that promised victory over the monkey lovers. We took a vote to his structure, betrayed and fell upon him. We ripped his skin off and crowned a new son of the morning. A new president to lead our corporation. The vengeance on God and heaven's domination. But I seduced the daughters of men and made the Nephilim. I demanded human sacrifice from the rest of them. I became the spirit that tortured and protected them. And I built from the tower of language that connected them. And then the Lord cried, water falling out from his eyes. And my children died.
Bien, bien. Me parece correcto.
¡Emergencia! Ya estamos listos. Está fresquito, ¿eh?